situated set now.
Okay. Hi, I'm FNAF I, Boba Fett's fan, and here I'm with two special guests, Dasa and Zach the Viking himself.
The strongman as well. Search up Zach Graziano the Viking on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Well, yeah, there we go. Gonna be the world's strongest man someday. I'll give it back to FNAF I.
Okay. And before we start, let's hit that like and subscribe button.
100%. Like, smash it. Like,
Yeah.
destroy it.
My goal is 51 subscribers, and I'm at like 46. So about like 5 subscribers to go. Anyways, let's talk about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Here we go, baby. Let's go.
Let's start with you, Dasa.
Alright, guys, so am I the only one who thinks that there should be a Terminator scene in the new FNAF movies? I mean, after all, there are some similarities between the Terminator and Springtrap. I mean, like, I always come back versus I'll be back. So
I'll be back.
I feel like it would be cool to see something like they Springtrap going in somewhere. It just does the get out thing.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. I mean, we're all excited for the second movie, guys. It looks pretty incredible, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Shout out to the production team.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they did a great job in the first movie. It was an A24 movie, which those movies don't get a ton of money. And now they got that money to put behind it, if you know what I'm saying.
Now it's your turn to tell something about FNAF.
You go first. Let me think about it, Jen. Let me think about it.
I have to be honest with this. Oh, because we're on the subject of the FNAF movie, I think they miscast William Afton.
That's fair.
Because it should have been
I think he's
Willem Dafoe.
He's told me many times before, ladies and gentlemen, I think it would be a great casting as well.
The same person that played Green Goblin in the Sam Raimi's movie.
Spider-Man movie.
Even the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. And, he can play sadistic serial killer. I just honestly feel like it would make a lot more sense. Plus, there's already that meme, but no, we had to have Shaggy.
Yeah, we gotta do the meme, guys. Let's do the meme. The Spider-Man meme. Let's do it. Boom.
No.
Yeah! Woo! It's awesome.
Anyways, like I was saying, they showed Shaggy. Also, remember the same guy that had the TV fell on his face, like the old version of I Show Speed PC incident.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just feel like what they did, Matthew Lillard was good. I just feel like with the miscasting, they should have chose Willem Dafoe because I think they have similar pay rates. That I honestly feel like that.
I would say even Willem Dafoe is a higher paid actor for sure.
Yeah, I think they should honestly have done that. It would have fit a lot more well because the Beekeeper, with the same person who played Mike Schmidt, played the main antagonist in that. So
Beekeeper was really good.
They should have done Willem Dafoe as William Afton, but they didn't.
I would actually put my 2 cents in that one, personally, if I were trying to create a horror movie, I'd stay away from more recognizable actors because it makes the whole thing seem less real.
100%. If you put The Rock in a FNAF movie, for example, just because he's an A-list actor, get somebody original to feel more of an original character.
Or Jack Black, kind of overshadowed the entire.
Chicken jockey, baby.
Did anyone actually call him Steve during the movie? Let's be honest, we all called him Jack Black.
I call him Steve.
Oh, really? Oh.
You know, everybody that's listening, when I saw the Minecraft movie, I had a tank top on, everybody was saying I was Garrett the Garbage Man. Took my shirt off, started flinging around, it was pretty awesome, you know. I would like to shout out to Sean Reinbolt as well if you're watching this. I love you, man. But, yeah, back to the conversation, guys.
Okay. And I also have one topic that I want to tell you. I think that Garrett is still alive in these 2 people. Vanessa and Mad Pat, also known as Ness. Let me explain how that would make sense. First of all, Ness, or should I say Mad Pat, as a waitress, he said that lunch is the most important meal of the day. And when did Garrett get kidnapped?
Lunch.
Yep. By looking at the burgers. Anyways, there's also some other evidence, such as Mad Pat's Ness is sand theory. That's the reason why Mad Pat was called Ness. Let's look at each theory structure. One character, along with a group of kids, are forced to go inside of animatronic, put their souls inside of animatronics for for a big goal. One of them doesn't do it, and as a punishment, they turn into a more twisted form. And I think that Vanessa being a part of Garrett makes a lot of sense. Due to half of her psyche acting like a kid, like a grown-up kid, and the other part acting like an adult. Like she died before and then got revived with a part of Garrett's spirit. It would also explain why the garage door the garage door of the Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria in the first FNAF movie is coincidentally easily open. And you know what's another coincidence?
What?
That they were talking about it at the radius that Ness would be. Yeah. So it would make...
And Ness is a girl in the games, right?
But that Ness would be.
Yeah.
And I think that Ness was like...
No?
Was like, okay.
I don't know my lore, ladies and gentlemen.
And then Ness was like, to William Afton, like, the person with the babysitter is here. We could just keep the garage door partially open. And it would make a lot of sense because the goal is that they want to kill the babysitter so they can have Abigail to themselves and then transform her into an animatronic. So that would make a lot of sense. And also, another piece of evidence to support my claim is... another piece of evidence, just let me think.
Yeah, take your time, brother. Take your time.
We're in no rush.
Oh yeah, is
No rush.
Mad Pat in the FNAF musical where he was William Afton.
I don't remember that.
Coincidentally, would say what kind of scenes where both of them stabbed somebody with a signature weapon.
Didn't he run through him with a chainsaw?
Chainsaw
Wow.
flamethrower.
Really?
Oh right.
That's crazy.
That was crazy, man.
And it won't. And I think it won't be in the public because everybody would know it because the theory was made.
We got some special guests coming in right now.
We're making a video. I'm sorry.
You got 10 more minutes, 5 more minutes, and
no
then
problem.
we'll cash out here so you can spend some time with me.
0 minutes left. Get over here.
Well, me and him are coming in, messing all three of you up.
0 minutes left. Get over here.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right.
I love you, Keith.
Anyways,
That guy's awesome.
like I was saying.
Yeah.
We do got 10 more minutes.
Yes, it makes a lot of sense, but I feel like if they're gonna do that, it's just gonna be like with how Ollie was a prototype, everybody knew it before before Chapter 4 came out, and it was kind of not like a surprise. It was kind of just like it was just everybody knows.
Kind of predictable.
Yeah, it was. So I feel like they're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do that because I feel like it wouldn't make any sense to do that besides like the lore part, but I honestly feel like that if they're gonna do something different, they might as well make the puppet someone different other than Garrett. So that's my theory. So how about you, Zach?
So my theory is, or more or less an idea I have is, first of all, the first FNAF movie, Markiplier wasn't in it at all, and he played a lot of those games. And a lot of people were saying he was supposed to be the security agent, right? And the reason why he wasn't because he was filming his movie, I think Iron Lung or something like that, about this sea of blood where he's in a submarine.
Iron Lung.
Yeah, and now we gotta consider the possibility now. Is he gonna be in the second movie, third movie? They're probably gonna milk this franchise. I'll be so honest. They're probably gonna have 7 movies by the end of it, if not more. We'll be having kids when they're more FNAF movies. You know what I'm saying? But what are your guys' thoughts on that? Yeah.
I personally think that I was saying this earlier, but it should definitely be that he's introduced as the manager of the Five Nights at Freddy's, and so a bunch of people are hired because of disappearances or something like that.
100%.
And so as a tribute to his most iconic moment, and when that skyrocketed FNAF, they'd have him go up and say, "Hello everyone, my name's Mark, and welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza."
So awesome.
In the iconic, "Hello everyone, my name's Markiplier" voice.
I think it would have been. I think it would be better if Mad Pat would do it because they already set up his character, and Mad Pat kind of
Markiplier, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Mad Pat.
Mad Pat should have gotten a bigger role, I agree.
I agree.
He's been so integral to the franchise.
I mean, he got a good
100%.
enough, big enough role for what he had, and now they could just do they could just like add him in as like the manager or something, add him like a bigger role. But I think he would more act like a side character in like that that festival for FNAF. I think that would make a lot of sense to build up his character slowly but surely.
You think the festival will be in the second movie?
Yeah, it
Perhaps.
is.
Cool.
Oh, I did not know that.
Nah, I didn't know that either. Yeah.
So yeah, I just honestly feel like that's gonna make sense.
That works.
So I want to add another aggravation that I have with FNAF.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that they should make a Fortnite collab, but they don't. Before somebody says this, that Scott Coggin said, actually, I need to protect the brand, so we're not going to do a collab with Fortnite. But can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
I would say to Scott Coffin, and I'll say this to you now, tell that to Security Breach.
I would argue that it's not just about keeping it scary. I think that Scott Cawthon, he was a much more conservative creator than Steel Wood is, and I don't think that he really wants his IP to be used as freely as some other franchises.
100%. Yeah, I agree with that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but honestly, I just feel like that. Who wouldn't want a Springtrap skin wearing Jordans?
What's your guys' favorite animals?
My favorite animal?
Yeah.
Probably a fox.
Fox.
Mine is a Florida man.
What?
That's true.
What the hell?
Well,
Mine would have to be a capybara or like a dog or an octopus or something like cool animals.
yeah, that's like three completely different animals.
You know, they're cool animals. You know what I'm saying, guys? That's what's up. But, yeah. You think that's a good point to end the video? You're starting to mew, fan effect. You should do a face reveal right now. Oh.
Dasa, can you get me a thing of water?
Alright.
Shut off the video, okay? Zach, Dasa, shut off the video. 3, 2, 1. Wait. Okay, so...